going on, everybody? I'm Malia Michelle.
And I'm Purple. And this is Cocktails and Convo.
With Purple.
And Lee.
Just a little update for y'all. I'm 30.
Hey! What you do for your birthday, Lee?
So we took a trip to Vegas, which was supposed to initially be Miami, but ended up getting switched it for last minute because of COVID. So that was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. All right, so let's talk about our trip. What's your favorite part of the trip?
I think my favorite part was, the ATVs. That was my favorite part.
The ATVs was definitely fun.
Yeah.
It was hot. It was extremely hot. Like, hotter than I was prepared for.
Regular weather was already 105 degrees. So when we went out to the desert, just imagine that, like, amplified.
It is no shade.
Anywhere.
Nowhere.
All sand and dirt. We were already drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So just a heads up, if y'all ever go to Vegas and get on ATVs, only do it for maybe about an hour.
Because we did too.
And that was way more than we needed.
We only needed an hour. We know next time that we will only do an hour. What was your least favorite part of the trip?
When they canceled the zip lining.
Yeah, that was drawing.
I was so
that
pissed.
was drawing.
That was
I was hyped.
That was
our
ready. Last night, and that was just gonna be like the last little hurrah, and that was like, it's canceled.
Yeah, that was drawing.
So.
My favorite part was that I didn't have to spend 12 hours getting there. Because originally, I was supposed to be on a connecting flight. So I was supposed to go from Philly to Orlando, then from Orlando to Vegas. But I was going to be in Orlando for like 6 hours. But then we found a flight straight from Philly to Vegas, so that worked out. So I was just happy that I was able to do everything with everybody else instead of them waiting for me to get there the night of.
Yeah.
The food, I think all the food that I ate there was good.
Another least favorite was the fact that we couldn't. It was so hard to get a taxi and an Uber or whatever at nighttime. That shit was horrible. So yeah. Yeah,
we had to wait like
30 minutes.
Almost an hour.
The night of.
It was a Friday night, and we had to wait almost an hour for an Uber. And then on the way back, it was a little bit of a headache too.
Yeah.
I think the most convenient ride as far as transportation was to the airport, because you was able to go to the front desk. They called it and they just pulled up. That was fast. That was cool. Every other time we was going
rent a car. If you're going right now, rent a car so you can get there and get back by yourself.
Yeah, so you can move on your own time, because those taxis and all this was like, yeah. Right. I got to put on a bathing suit.
Yeah, it's got to get in some water. Yeah. I got a tan.
You got burnt too.
My leg got burnt on the ATVs. That was my other least favorite.
Listen, I got a wound too. I don't know what this is. This happens when we was on the ATV. I don't know.
I feel like everybody got some type of something from the ATVs.
First of all, we was drunk, so
yeah, that probably wasn't the best idea.
We can't even recall how we got these marks and bumps and bruises.
Oh, I know how I got mine.
Well, you know, I don't.
That damn bike burnt my leg.
I don't.
That's why they tell you to wear pants.
Yeah, they do. We ain't listen.
I didn't listen.
I think the only person that listened was our friend Helen. Yeah, she went out and got some sweatpants, and we were like, we not doing all that. We be all right.
Should have listened. I probably should have got some too.
But what else? What am I to say? I made a friend. Her name was Polly.
That girl was aggravated.
It was some girl named Polly. So when we did our ATV rides, it was this couple that also did it with us. It was another couple too, but they drove there. But it was a couple that was in a van with us on the way to the trail. Yeah, when I drink, I tend to get a little friendly.
More than friendly. She was like borderline stalking this girl.
Her name was Polly, so the whole time during the ATV rides, I'll talk to her like I knew her. She was my friend. She was my new friend.
Polly ain't know her.
She didn't know me. I didn't know her either. But that's about it. We're going to get into these questions.
Yes, let's get into these topics.
So, you want to go first or you want me to go?
I'll go first. Right. Only because I'm excited to talk. Well, I'm not really excited, but...
Okay.
All right, so for those people who watched The Chi, the actor that got killed off last season, he played Reg. His real name is Barton Fitzpatrick. Apparently, he was killed off because, as y'all know, if y'all watching this season, he was actually supposed to be the person that was in a relationship with a transgender, and he chose not to do it. So they killed his character off last season, and apparently a lot of people had things to say about it.
Now, a lot of things to say was on my page. So I'm going to interrupt the Facebook Live real quick so I can get these comments, because y'all had a lot to say. And you'll see it on the episode if you...
Well, what did you think about it first?
All right, so as far... All right, I feel like when you are... when you're an actor, there's certain things that you unknowingly might sign up for. With this being 2020, and I feel like gender and sexuality is like, we're a lot more open when it comes to those things. I understand why he didn't do it per se, so I'm gonna read the actual post to you guys. It says, "Salute this brother right here, Mr. Barton Fitzpatrick, better known as Reg from the hit TV show The Chi. Producers killed off his character because he refused to be in a relationship with a transgender. Hopefully he lands back on his feet, stand for something, or fall for nothing." Right? Mm-hmm. I got 131 comments on this post. Now, I'm going to just read like a few of them. Somebody said lots of female actors refuse to do rape scenes. Same principle. Somebody said, I would be discriminated against. No, what did he say? Okay, so this is a part of a bigger comment. But he said, it's just touchy for some people. It honestly won't make or break their career. Not everyone is a method actor who can go the extra mile. Somebody mentioned Rodney. He played Dre on Power. Mm-hmm. So somebody said that what he did was he actually used the show to push his music career. And he said that's what Barton, right? Is that his name? Mm-hmm. That's what he's doing. They said that he really acting isn't his passion, that music is, and he was using the show to become known so that he can start working on his music. Okay. Somebody said someone should be able to refuse a job they aren't comfortable with, regardless of the reason. I'm not mad at the show for killing him off, nor am I mad at him for refusing to be in the relationship on camera. It is what it is. I wouldn't perform a fake satanic ritual on camera if that's what they wrote for my character. We can't do just anything for a check. It's not just a role, it's your career. And actors really get into their career to portray genuine emotion to affect the audience. So my point of view is, as an actor, like I said, you are subject to, now, unless you have like a contract that says, I'm not doing this, that, and the third, or something like that, then you know that there's a chance that something like that comes up, especially when you're in a TV series.
But that's not necessarily. Only because with TV series, they're a little bit different. It's not like an interview where you can sit up here and say what you're not discussing. When you go into a role, they don't say, hey, would you mind playing this? They tell you what part they want you to play. Right. You read the script. If you go along with it, you go along with it. And then, being as though it is a TV series, the same way how they have to get clearance to renew the show, they have to renew the actor's contract. Right. So, with that being said, if he read the contract and said, no, I ain't doing this, then it's not necessarily in his contract. He doesn't. I don't think there should be any type of real clause. I mean,
no, I'm saying if you don't want to do it, like if it's certain stuff you don't want to do, that should be in his contract. Like, I'm not doing this, that, and the third.
But that wouldn't be in the contract for a show because some stuff isn't already written. Mm-hmm. So if they don't know exactly what they're going to do next season, it's hard to say, hey, we might have a gay scene. So it's like in his contract, it's like, all right, this is for season 3. That was season 3 that he was on. So once the show got renewed, they probably got the contract for season 4. Right. And he probably looked at the script and was like, no, y'all can kill me off. Like, right. That's it.
So I'm big on, so actors act, right? That's what they do. And somebody mentioned like morals and principle and things like that. And I get that. But why is the sexual orientation like a principle or a moral, and maybe like being a drug dealer isn't, or beating women isn't?
I mean, he's a as far as I know, I forgot. I'm not sure if he's from here or not.
He's not. He's African.
Yeah, he's African or whatever. And certain people are okay with playing certain roles. Like me I wouldn't mind going. Like he's probably not like that in real life, so he probably doesn't mind going out of his comfort zone and playing a gangster, which he played very well. That's why I was mad that he got cut off. Like it came so effortless to him. Like with the guy that they have on there now, he just seemed like he's like trying a little hard, but it came so natural to him, and it was just like, yo, this is like his lane. Just like with Ice Cube, for like the first couple years of his acting career, he was Doughboy in every movie. I feel like it was always Doughboy. Then it was Craig for like a long time. Then he got a role in All About the Business playing like a bounty hunter or a cop. And all his fucking roles after that is cops. It's like you gotta find your lane. And honestly, morals and principles in Hollywood, that shit means something. Like you have to be willing to set your price and be saying, listen, I'm not going to do this. Especially because even though it is just TV, it's hard to get away from a certain role once people see you in it. Like
that's who you are.
I don't give a damn if I see Alfonso Ribeiro, whatever his name is, anywhere. He's Carlton. He been Carlton on Fresh Prince since I was younger. That show been
Olivia
canceled.
Pope will always be Carrie Washington will always be Olivia Pope.
There's certain characters you can't really get away from, and he probably didn't want that because once you play one role, it opens the floodgates for other roles just like that. Yeah. And if he's not comfortable doing it this time, he's not going to be comfortable doing it again and doing it again and doing it again. Even if he is getting a hell of a lot of money, it's like you already found your lane, or maybe you want to take a different route. Take the different route. You got to stand on your morals. Just like Tiffany Haddish, we all know her as being the ratchet black friend in every movie. And they took that and wanted to put her in a movie where she was, I think, having sex with a guy, and he just ejaculates on her face. And she's like, hold up. Like, I don't mind being the ratchet, black, loud person.
But I ain't a hoe.
Yeah, I'm not going to do this. Like, you have to have something to stand on in Hollywood, because if not, they will put you in anything. And even if that might make you a great actor or get you all this money, at some point you have to have your own, you got to have something to stand on. So I am... and I know it's 2020 and we're normalizing, transgenders and the LGBT community, and that's fine. But even if I don't think that makes him homophobic. It's just he doesn't want to be seen that way.
Right.
So
I think how I was looking at it is, like you said, once you play a role, a lot of people know you as their role. But I feel like also when you refuse a role, that could come off bad to like writers and directors. And it could also close doors for you. It could. It could definitely close doors for you. So it's like two sides to the same coin. Like I definitely get standing up for yourself and not doing something. I feel like even for him, if he felt that strong about it, that he allowed them to kill him off, even if he did play the role, it probably wouldn't have been good acting, because he wouldn't have been he wouldn't have been in it.
But I feel like Hollywood don't give a fuck anyway. That he got killed off and they got a motherfucker that look kind of like him to play the shit. Like, I just feel like it's like, even though he said no, it's like we're gonna find somebody to do it. Yeah, so that's exactly. It's like it is what it is. So I don't see him as getting like blackballed or anything, because it's not like he was disrespectful to the LGBT community.
Now, what I was saying is he's not a big actor. Like he's not in many. Yeah, he's not in many other things. So it's like now I feel like, and getting roles in Hollywood is not easy. Also, there's big name actors that talk about how they was turned down for like roles. So now, where is his acting career going to go?
I mean, only time will tell. I feel like he still has a lot. He has a lot of potential. The way for this to be one of his biggest things in his career, and then start off like that on a show like this where a lot of people are watching, he did really, really
And that's good. Another thing. He's not actually really just starting. Good. He's done studies and has been in like little stuff that didn't make it like his first mainstream. Yeah, this is his first mainstream.
He did really good. He did a really good job.
Yeah, he did. All right, so one of our questions was, should someone you are not exclusively dating be told if you're having sex with someone else? Why or why not?
The person that I'm not exclusively dating, we're having sex, and then I'm having sex with somebody else.
So the whole like,
so like it's just like a situation.
Get to know you. All right, I'm gonna put it in perspective. Say you meet a guy, right? Mm-hmm. And y'all start talking. Now you can put it in a scenario where y'all are having sex or y'all not, but let's just say y'all are, right? Okay. And you're also having sex with someone else.
Okay.
Do you let them know that you're not only having sex with them, or?
I feel like if they ask, I'll let them know.
Okay.
And same way how I would probably want to know, even if we're not exclusively dating, I feel like you should always try to be safe. You don't know who this, even if you don't necessarily know who this person is dealing with. If they dealing with somebody else, then you need to make sure you're being safe. Right. Because some people, they'll be like so quick to, oh yeah, no condoms and this and that, and it's like if you tell me you dealing with somebody else, there's no need for us to have that type of situation going on. Right. Even though I feel like that shouldn't even be a situation unless y'all really like in a relationship. But shit happens.
Right. I feel like if I'm having sex with somebody, whether protected or not, and I go to have sex with someone else. Now, all right, I think some things play a part. Is it on a regular basis? Like, are you having sex with more than one person on a regular basis? Or are you having sex with somebody on a regular basis and then you had sex with somebody else and it was just like, okay, that's not going to happen no more?
It depends on what people define nowadays as regular basis. Because some people be like, oh yeah, I had sex with him last month. And they be like, oh, well, that's consistent for them. Like, I don't know. It's weird. But some people do that.
So, for me, regular basis isn't time frame. It's just how often. Yeah. So, if it's every month, but it's every month for a year, to me, that's a regular basis.
I just feel like if you're intimate with anybody, like if you know you can call this person tonight and go get some, that that's consistent.
Yeah,
that means that y'all got that type of situation going on. Right. So I feel like everybody should be responsible, and even if you don't necessarily tell me that, I'm having sex with somebody else. We just had sex last night. Like I don't need all that, but just like let's go about things responsibly. Like it ain't none of that.
I feel like I've asked like, am I the only one you're having sex with? I think I've asked that question before.
I've asked it.
I never asked like who else you're having sex with because I don't really care about
I don't ask who, but sometimes like me being me, I'm very observant. So that's why I don't like to follow people that I talk to on social media. Because if I start noticing it's this one person that's constantly
I was about to say now, if it's like an ex or something, that's different.
Or maybe you want some, I'm still cool with my ex. It's like, okay, I'm going to ask about it because it's like people define cool as different things. So it's like you could say y'all cool meaning y'all still intimate, or y'all cool meaning y'all still cordial. Right. But it all depends.
So to piggyback on that, so I'm gonna actually read some of the comments. So somebody said, yes, if y'all open like that, no one gets too hurt and don't need neither of you popping up at the wrong time. Somebody said yes, because it's a possibility that someone could be approached. Y'all could be out and bump into each other. And of course, if y'all sexually active, because if y'all humping someone else, I don't want it. Niggas be dirty dicking. Okay. Somebody said yes because I need to know if there is anyone else so I can properly assess the situation. It's been so many times that I was only talking to him, but he was talking to multiple other females. And it wasn't out of wanting to be exclusive. I just don't know how to date multiple people. I don't like it. So she's saying that was like a personal preference for her. She didn't necessarily want to be exclusive with him, but she's one of them like one person at a time kind of person. That makes sense. She said, but if I like you and I see potential and it's different for you, then I need to skedaddle. I need to know if we're dating, fucking, or whatever. So I think when it comes to having sex with other people, I think I only need to know if it affects me. So that's how I'll put that. Like, if you're having sex with other people and you're having protective sex with other people and it's not getting in the way of anything we're doing, I don't feel like I necessarily need to know. Only because for me, I've known before and it changes my interaction with that person. And I don't necessarily want that. Right. So, like, let's say me and a guy, we dealing with each other, we having sex on a regular basis, we going out, we doing this, that, and third. If he's having sex with somebody else and it's not affecting me, I don't need to know because now my interaction with you is going to be different because I know that you're having sex with somebody else.
That's true.
Like, as long as it's not getting in the way of what we're doing and as long as we're not exclusive. So if you're not supposed to be having sex with somebody else,
that's
different. But if we are doing what we doing, and when you're not around me, you're doing what you're doing, and we already agreed that that's what we're doing,
right.
I don't really need to know. And for me, with guys, like, I'm pretty open. So if they was to ask me, I would tell them. Do I feel like they need to know? Not necessarily. Like, I feel like it's the same way. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a don't ask, don't tell type of situation.
Right.
If you honestly, I don't feel like everybody is as honest anyway. So if you recently had sex, or if you are, still somewhat intimate with somebody else, I don't feel like I'm ever really going to know unless we get serious and then I find out.
Right.
So it's like, protect yourself. To be perfectly honest.
So would you rather, in that situation, would you rather just find out, or would you rather them tell you?
I would much rather him tell me, only because it's just like, that's like kind of like how the person commented and said they only talk to really one person at a time. That's kind of like how I am. If I'm focused on one person, I only really have sex with one person at a time. So it's like, if you're dealing with somebody else in a certain manner, then yes, I want to know, because there's certain different levels to sex. So it's like, I need to know, is it like, should I do this? Or I don't know, should we go get tested? That type of thing. So.
All right. So you want to do my piggyback question, or you want to do your question?
We can do this question.
All right, please.
So, can friends have good sex and still keep it on that friendship level? No. I feel like once you cross that line, you are no longer friends.
Yep.
I hate when people say, "Oh yeah, that's my friend," but y'all fucking, y'all going on dates, y'all around each other, y'all getting mad when somebody comments stuff. Y'all not friends. You could, even when people are in relationships, think, "Oh, this is my best friend." Yeah, because that's probably who you're around all the time. But when you say this is your friend and you having sex with them, no, that's not your friend. Mm-hmm. You don't know what else to call it, but that's not your friend. So, and eventually somebody's gonna catch feelings. Somebody's gonna want more. Somebody's gonna get jealous. It's just some type of feeling always arises to the point where it makes obvious that you are no longer friends. So,
yeah.
No, once you have sex, you're no longer friends, and that's what I keep trying to tell people when they be like, "Oh yeah, I'm cool with my ex." Why? For what?
So my question to this answer was not for me. And for me, it's a mental thing. It's an emotional thing. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like, first of all, us as females, when we have sex, we release hormones, and it triggers emotions. And you can only do that but so many times before you actually start to manifest those emotions and feel that.
Right.
So I don't think it's possible. Now, granted, there's some females who could do it. Like, they could have sex, no strings attached, and not care, not have any kind of emotions. Like, even with, I've had situations where, like, it was, like, strictly sex. We don't plan on getting into a relationship. I don't want him to be my boyfriend. He don't want me to be his girlfriend. But even in those situations, even in knowing that, there's still some kind of emotion. Like, you at least care about this person on a certain level. And as more than a friend, but less than a significant other, like that little middle gray area.
Yeah, I don't like
that's
gray.
What that is. So some of the questions, we actually got a lot of yeses.
Because some people believe that, and it's like, people, like I said before, people have different definition of friend. And that's why when people say, "Oh yeah, I got friends," I need to know, like, what do you mean? Like, specify. Because I don't have sex with my friends.
Right.
If we've had sex, we're not friends. We're cordial. If I see you out in the street, I speak, we're cool. But I wouldn't consider you my friend because we crossed that line already. We've been intimate. But,
somebody said somebody always catch feelings low key. Mm-hmm. Somebody said they can. Somebody said yuck. Somebody said yes, as long as you have an understanding. Somebody say yes. Someone always catches feelings though, for sure. Only if it's good. I don't know why that has anything to do with it.
Only if it's good.
Somebody said depends on how you felt before it happened. Now, I asked her to elaborate. This is what she said. You could be just friends, nothing more. Y'all had a little too much to drink, and boom, it happened. Y'all talk about it, but nothing changes. Y'all could be friends, but he's feeling you, but you only see him as a friend. Again, too much to drink or whatever. Boom, y'all have sex, and for him, it was the best. But for you, it was just a simple hookup. And then being around each other starts to be awkward. Now that is understanding.
That's understandable, yeah.
If y'all not on the same page and it happens.
But that's almost the same thing as somebody catching feelings or somebody somebody feeling away when really to the other person it was nothing. It was like, all right, fuck it.
Somebody said, tried that, it didn't work, it's not for me. Somebody said, currently doing this. So, whatever floats your boat, the shoe fit, wear it.
Yeah, if it's for you, it's for you. Personally, I would rather
not. I've been in a situation, technically it's friends with benefits. And it definitely changed the dynamic between us. And I wouldn't, we're clearly not just friends. Like, maybe to the outside world, we're just friends.
Right.
But we have our own situation. Yeah. It's like the song, the Wale song. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know which one. You gotta see in a little bit of song. You like the Wale song, child?
Because I'm thinking about Bad, but that's not it. With SZA. I think it's SZA. I'm about to look it up because this is my song too. But it's like that. Like what he be saying in the song. I'm gonna look it up for y'all. Wait. It's on the album About Nothing. It is called The Need to Know.
Okay.
So that is like that situation, like what he talk about in the song. That's how it is. But I don't know, like I'm okay with it. I guess if it works for you, I feel like there definitely has to be a level of respect because going into those kind of situations, you have to know that there's a chance that somebody's going to catch feelings,
right.
And you have to be friends enough to respect that.
It has to be an open line of communication all around.
Yeah.
Like some people.
And you also have a plan. You have to have a plan like, okay, if you catch feelings, are we going to stop?
Yeah.
Are we going to lean into those feelings? Like,
because some people will like just play into the feelings, even and not feel nothing back, and be like, well, you knew what this was when Grace got into it.
Right. So, you got to have a plan going into them joints, and, once you get into the thick of it, you got to decide, like, am I going to keep doing this?
Right.
See, with me in those situations, it's a mental thing for me. Like, despite my emotions and my feelings, it's always a mental thing. And I always feel like mentally, this is what we said we're doing. So no matter how I start feeling, this is what we said we're doing. And if we are doing anything else, then there needs to be a conversation. This is what's happening. Do you want to do this? Or do you want to do this?
Right.
Or do you want to not do nothing? Like you said, open line of communication, definitely. I'm big on conversation, so if ever there was an issue or I was feeling some type of way or something was bothering me, I would bring it up. Men, they not that great at communicating, so
no.
It depends on who you're doing this with and whether or not they're open to even having conversations about what's going on.
Right, that's true.
So, the next question, and this one got a lot of comments too. The next question is it okay to ask someone when the last time they had sex? Why or why not?
I feel like it's okay to ask, but honestly, I don't feel like I'm ever going to get an honest answer. And I feel like if I was to give somebody an honest answer, or if they gave me an honest answer, I probably still wouldn't believe them. Like, I don't know. That's just my mindset. Like, if you sit up here and tell me, I don't know. If you tell me you just got a relationship a month ago, and you tell me, oh, I ain't had sex in 6 months. It's like, all right, you just got a relationship a month ago. How you ain't had sex in 6 months? I probably won't believe it.
Yeah, like I just that man.
Yeah, I don't want to start thinking otherwise, which is why I don't even ask when's the last time. Like, as long as once we have sex and we make some type of agreement, you're not still doing it. It's whatever. Like, I'm not gonna ask you no questions.
I've asked, and not because I care, but because I'm curious, and because in the back of my mind, when I ask, I know the last time I had sex. So it's like, first of all, is it safe to ask this question? Because they might ask you the same question. Now, do I want them to know the last time I had sex? And quite frankly, most of the time I don't care. I'm going to read some of the comments, and then I want to say why I don't think it matters, or what, like, I feel like the question is pointless. I don't feel like it's gonna be, but somebody said, I don't see the problem with it. Somebody said, I don't see a problem with it. It's pertinent information. I said, what's pertinent about it? They said, because I need to know, period. If you smashing something the day before you try to give me the cheeks, I need to know.
Before you give me the cheeks.
So I was like, okay. Somebody said, nope, nothing wrong with it. Just like there's nothing wrong with asking if they ever had a STD.
I was about to say that.
Just info I would like to know. Now, when it comes to this, we had like a little back and forth, and I'm going to give you my, when it comes to the STD. Asking someone if they had an STD is pointless. If you have an STD, that's different. Only because if you had it, it's not affecting me.
Right.
In any way, shape, or form.
So if you ask somebody, you got an STD right now, you think they're going to tell you? Well, that's why I be like, you know what, I'm not even going to ask about the STD, I'm not going to ask about sex. I'm going to say, when's the last time you've been tested?
Okay.
So if you tell me, because really you're supposed to get tested, I believe it's every 6 months. Mm-hmm. But if you tell me, oh, I ain't get tested, you know, guys, they hate going to the doctors. Mom's still probably making their appointment. Don't go unless they got to get a physical for a job. So it's like, I always ask, like, when's the last time you got tested? How often do you get tested? Mm-hmm. And if they act like they can't remember, or they, try to live with that, you get tested then.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So my thing was, they said, because then I would have more questions. So I asked them, I said, why does it matter if they had an STD? They said, then I would have more questions like, how long ago? How quick was the treatment? Was it a reoccurring thing? My safety is very important, besides the fact that I know these answers and get tested regularly, especially when I see someone new. I can show and prove my results. Can they?
Right.
So I get that. My thing is, what happened. If I had an STD when I was in high school, like, is that something that I'm supposed to tell you? Like,
I don't think
how far back is this question related? Like, so somebody said, I don't see the point in the question, to be honest. Why does it matter when was the last time I had sex? It's not like you're going to get the truth anyway.
That's the same thing I said. I don't think so.
Somebody said, I'd rather ask when the last time you got tested. Somebody said, I never understood why I was always asked this question, especially considering the fact that the dude never planned to stay around.
That's true too.
Somebody said, I always ask the first time. I'm not trying to go right behind nobody else. I need a chick to have enough time to know if something is wrong before I partake. Now, this conversation was 25 comments, and I'm going to tell you why. So I asked him, I said, okay, are you having sex with females before getting into a relationship? He said no. I said, okay, so when are you asking about the last time she had sex? Because if you're not having sex with me before we get into a relationship, you just met me, so you're not asking me then. If we are now dating or exclusive or whatever the case is, I'm not having sex with anybody else during this time. Then we get into a relationship. At what point do you ask?
That's something you ask in the beginning, because I'm not gonna wait 3 to 4 months until we exclusively in a relationship about to have sex. You be like, hold up, when last time you had sex?
But so my thing is, if you ask in the beginning, why does it matter? Because I'm not having sex with you right now. So the last time I had sex is irrelevant.
Because like, not a lot of people plan to have sex, and I know as females sometimes people like, all right, he ain't getting it for maybe like 2-3 months or something like that. But his, shit sometimes happen.
Right.
And guys just have like this. I feel like a lot of guys have like this pride, ego thing. Like, oh, I don't want it if I'm not the only one getting it and all that.
Even though they passing out dick like
exactly. So
flyers.
I feel like that's the whole thing about it. It's not even, because to be perfectly honest, it's not like you can tell if I had sex and I.
But a lot of guys said they couldn't.
I don't.
Fellas, that's a question we want to know. Can you tell if a female had sex recently when you had sex with her? That's gonna be one of her questions.
Listen, as a mom, she's a mom. It ain't like you could have sex and tell that I had a baby. If you didn't know that I was a mom, we wouldn't know anything. You can't feel the difference. Like, I had a whole child come out of me, so you're not going to be able to tell me if I had sex with Dre last week. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like the vagina it snaps back, so you ain't gonna be able to tell if she had sex the other day.
I don't know. I just think the question is irrelevant. Like
it is. It doesn't make sense.
I'm not big on asking questions that has anything to do with other females. I'm more focused on me and you and our interaction. Most of the time, like you said, you don't even know if you're getting the truth.
No.
Somebody says it's only okay if y'all frequently have conversations about sex or if you're trying to do something about it. Otherwise, why bring it up?
I just feel like the best thing to do is just go get tested. Obviously, if you're asking about sex, then you're curious about something. You probably want to fuck. He probably want to fuck. So it's best to just, if you want to really be safe, go get tested. Because honestly, if you want to tell people that's not gonna believe what comes out of his mouth anyway, why not? Y'all might as well go ahead and be safe together. Even if y'all not necessarily going to be exclusive, if y'all are going to do the friends with benefits thing, get tested, get yourself together. Because at the end of the day, you have to look out for yourself.
Yeah.
Next question. How do you feel about someone you're dealing with or your significant other popping up? Dealing with and significant other is two different things. If you're my significant other, I don't got shit to hide. You could pop up. However, if you're just somebody that I'm just dealing with, no. A lot of times I used to lie and tell people I live somewhere else. I'll go to their house, but they ain't coming to mine. So they probably wouldn't even know where I lived at.
What about, like, your job?
No. Nobody's popping up to my job. No. Like, if it's a pleasant surprise, sure. Oh, you're bringing flowers. Oh, you're bringing lunch.
Don't come empty-handed.
Yeah. If you're popping up, you have to let it be a pleasant surprise. Don't pop up because you're being nosy. Like, if I text you, if it's just somebody I'm dealing with, and he says, oh, what you about to do? Oh, nothing, I'm about to go out. And I come outside and you parked in front of my door. That's an issue. Because why are you here? You ain't, what you giving me?
And I just told you I'm about to go out.
I'm going out, so why are you here?
Now, if you got some money,
if you got some money for me, that's fine.
I will take it. Thank you.
But or even if it was like, I wouldn't even mind if you was like, oh, I just wanted to come give you a hug and a kiss before you go. That's cute. That's sweet. Whatever. But I had somebody do that before that I was dealing with. We weren't even having sex. We were just talking. And the only reason he knew where I lived at is because I met him down the block from my house. So I was coming home from work one day, and he was like, he texted me, like, I'm glad you made it home safe. And I'm just like, how the fuck would you know that I made it home safe?
See, and that's the thing.
I'm like, yo, he was on the corner of my block.
If you do pop-ups, you can't make it creepy.
That was weird as shit.
You cannot make it creepy, like, you dropped your phone when you got out your car, like.
Oh, that dress is so nice.
I don't want,
nigga, what?
I don't want to have to like look around. Like, I feel like pop-ups and peeping times is different. Like, I don't mind pop-ups from anyone. I feel like if I ever gave you access to my location, like if I told you where I am, or I allowed you to know where I live, I'm already thinking that there's a chance you could pop up. Definitely, when you're just talking to somebody or dealing with them, I don't think that's okay. Significant others, by all means. So some of our comments on Instagram, somebody said, only my wife, anyone else is getting cussed clean out, especially at work. But I'm also private, which has a lot to do with it. Somebody said it's a red flag.
Yeah, it is.
It said it's creepy. You obviously are insecure and don't trust the decisions you made to deal with me. It says now spontaneous gift giving or date surprises is different.
Right, I like that. Like that's a good pop up.
So somebody said, once you get to a certain point and level of comfort and understanding with that person, which will be different for each couple, there is nothing wrong with it. It is a kind gesture to say, I was thinking of you and couldn't wait to see you. But again, there's a thin line between romantic gestures and potential stalkers.
Yeah.
You just have to know the difference. But ultimately, it's what works for you. Some value space more. Some want to see you more. Yeah. So, Somebody said pop-ups are way too intrusive for me. I don't like people thinking they just have access to me whenever they want.
Right.
Now, that I understand. I don't like pop-ups. A person is not entitled to see me whenever they want or wherever they want just because they feel like it.
Right.
They should consider the possibility that I might not want to see them at that time and then give me a call to see if it's cool for them to pull up. I'm big on access. I feel like people get comfortable, especially when you get like a routine going. Mm-hmm. And most of the time when you have a routine going, people think that certain things are okay.
Right.
And there's a lot of times when you throw a monkey wrench in it or let them know like, hey, I don't like this, it causes a problem. But it shouldn't, because at the end of the day, especially if you're doing something that we don't normally do. Like, I understand that I see you every Monday, we have breakfast together, you got a key to my crib, but don't be popping up at my job, because that's not what we do. Right? So, romantic gestures, I'm all for them. I don't want you popping up somewhere I didn't tell you I was, because that would creep me out. How did you know I was here? Like, I don't care what you have with you, flowers, candy, food. How did you know I was here?
That's what I said. If you're not my boyfriend or my husband, there's no need for you to pop up with me. Because if you're just dealing with each other, that means 9 times out of 10 you don't know my son. So don't pop up on me if I'm with my child, and I'm like, I'm not about to.
Yeah, that's not what we're doing. Yeah.
If I ever did want to get to the point where I wanted to introduce him to you, that's not the way to do it. You can't just pop up on me.
Yeah.
And a lot of this is exactly why sometimes I put my phone on do not disturb, because I don't like when people. I like to have the option of talking to you. I like to have the option of seeing you or dealing with you. I don't want you to feel like, oh, you answer your phone any other time. Listen, I answer my phone when I want. Mm-hmm. If we're just dealing with each other. Now, the only time you have
I always answer my phone, y'all. I might not want to talk to you.
I hate answering my phone sometimes. I hate hearing my phone ring. I hate hearing the tone. I don't like my phone. Sometimes I really don't. Sure. That's why a lot of times, like, I've been missing phone calls and stuff. I'm like, all right, if it's important, I'll leave a message.
Yeah. But like I said, like, give me some kind of heads up. Like, if you're trying to do, like, something surprising, then you can still hit me up, see where I'm at, see who I'm with, if I'm open to telling you that. If we're talking, 9 times out of 10, you know. Like, most of the time, with people I talk to, I'll hit them up, like, yeah, I'm about to do this. I'm about to go here with my girlfriend, this, that, and the third.
But if I don't tell you where I'm at, what if I'm with another guy? Exactly. You might not want to just pop up on me.
Right. And you have to, first of all, I don't mind. Like, I never been in a situation where a guy popped up and I was with another guy. But I would love to be in, just to see, like, how they handle themselves.
Child, I
don't know what it is.
I left them two together.
Oh. Would you, like, officially with either of them?
This was an ex and somebody knew that I was talking to. So me and the ex, he was trying to get back, but it wasn't like, it just wasn't working. So, I came home one day, and this is when I had my own apartment. I came home one day, and my ex is at the top of the step, the new boy right here, and I just ran.
You left, yo?
I left. I ain't know what
First of all,
y'all handled it.
You was with the ex, or you was with the new boy?
No, I was with the new guy.
Oh, then the ex I would have been like, what are you doing here?
I just left. I'm just like, come on, bro. Like,
why are you here? Like,
but I finally came back, and I was just like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to announce when I'm dealing with somebody else. We're not together, so anything is fair game. You can't expect for me to sit here and tell you when I'm dealing with somebody or whatever the case may be. So I automatically assume that if you're my ex, you're dealing with somebody.
Right.
You got your own situation going on. You're doing you. But so I need you to give me the same respect. Don't just pop up at my house. I don't care if you're trying to get back. I don't care if you just wanted to see me.
It's a way to go about doing it.
You need permission now.
Yeah, I need my space. Like, that's not what we're doing. You shouldn't be as comfortable as you was. All right, so we had a mail. Let me mind you, this was a post for the ladies to answer, and none of them answered. Would you like some more wine, Lee?
No.
Okay.
I thought it was more of my cup. I finished.
She drunk this one too. we on a roll. This whole cocktails and combo thing is starting to work out. So a male posted, all right, matter of fact, we're going to do a scenario quick. Say you out with your girls, right?
Yeah.
Y'all at a club when clubs was open. Y'all chilling at the bar, whatever, this is that and the third. You drink like a little love. Like it's looking like this, right? And a guy comes up to you and offers to buy you a drink.
Okay.
Would you accept it?
Yeah, you
would. Why or why not?
I mean, it's just a drink. So if you buy a drink for me, like I've had guys buy a drink, but he wouldn't just buy a drink for me. He'd be like, oh, a drink for you and all your friends. And then sometimes I don't know, I watch too many movies, so I don't like when people buy me drinks. And if he do buy me a drink, I'll go to the bar and watch them make it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because I don't like when people just...
It's going to go from the bartender to my hand.
Exactly.
He's going to pay for it.
But,
I'm not going to let him go get it.
I've had plenty of guys buy me drinks before, even when I was in a relationship and I'm just out with my girlfriends. All right, you bought a drink, so what?
Yeah, most time they want like conversation and phone numbers. And
I don't like the ones with the conversation.
I start drinking my drink first, like, huh? No.
Yeah. What you say?
Oh, no, I'm good. I got a boyfriend.
Yeah, so I've had people buy drinks before.
So, one of the age-old issues that everybody talk about is making the plate at the cookout.
Okay.
Would you allow another female to make a plate for your man if you're at a cookout?
No. I just feel like it's, even though it might seem silly, I feel like it's just a certain intimacy to making a plate for your man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, buying a drink, I don't care. Like I said, you can buy a drink for me and my girlfriends. However, I'm not going to be at a cookout and make a plate for my man and my man's. Yeah, I'm making a plate for my man. I'm concerned to make sure he eats and whatever case may be. So, I wish I would be at a cookout and then Shorty be like, what you want? No, he don't want nothing.
I think the big difference is presence.
Yeah.
If I'm out at a club with my man and another man buys me a drink, that's different. Just like if I'm at a cookout with my man and another woman offers to make him a plate.
Even if I'm not
that's
there,
the difference.
that's a no. Make your own plate.
He's not doing that. Somebody else is going to make him a plate.
It better be your mother, your auntie, your grandmother. Yes.
If another female made his plate at a cookout and you wasn't there?
Because now I have questions. How she know what you like? What she put on the plate?
What if she just asked?
No. Because I feel like that's like a yerb for a girl. Like, you know how guys be like, you're trying to get attention. This her trying to get your attention. Like, oh, you want a plate? What you like? No, bitch. No, you're not making no plate. I feel like that's too intimate. Because to put something on somebody's plate, like you don't know what the fuck they want to eat. And then what if this is like an ex-girlfriend or something like that? They just so happen to be at the same cookout.
Well, no, it wouldn't be. So we going compare and contrast. So if you're at a bar, it's not an ex-boyfriend. It's just a guy who saw you and wanted to make
plates for my man.
Even if what if she making plates for like multiple people?
That's different. If you're making plates for multiple people, cool. Okay. Don't get your ass up and out that lawn chair and come across here where he's sitting there and be like, oh, did you want me to make a plate? Like,
most guys, you gotta think, most guys in the club not just buying one girl a drink. They
buying their friends. They
bought a couple of drinks throughout the night. Right. So it's okay if she's not only making his plate.
If you serving the food and you the host or maybe the host's friend and you trying to make sure everybody eat, give him a plate. Okay. But if you just coming up on some personal stuff like, oh, did you eat?
Yeah, no.
Make you a plate? No.
Yeah. No. I'm the same way. So that was my last question. You got anything?
That was my last question.
All right. So we are done with this episode. Remember, we need music.
Yes.
We are going to start tapping into the drink suggestions in our DM. Now, somebody sent us some frozen stuff. We ain't got no blender. We're going to try to make something
all that stuff
happen. That's going to take a couple of episodes. But we going to borrow, just like I was talking about borrowing a grill for my grilling chill. Oh. But I just bought one. But we going to borrow somebody bullet or blender or something. And we going to get to those drinks. Music, we still need music.
Yes, we need music.
Make sure your music, you can give it to us in file format because that's the only way we can use it on the episode.
Send us more topics.
Yes.
So we don't got to keep looking at these memes.
Yes. If you guys want us to speak about anything specific, our guest list is still open. So if you would like to be a guest on the show, you have to have something to talk about.
Have something to promote.
And hit us up. You can DM us. You can email us at cocktailsandconvo@gmail.com. It's always 2 S's. Make sure you have subscribed to our YouTube page so you can catch all of our behind the scenes and new episodes. That's also Cocktails and Convo with 2 S's. We are on Facebook, Cocktails and Convo with 2 S's, and Instagram, Cocktails and Convo with 2 S's.
And if you would like to be a guest on the show, it's not mandatory that you've seen every episode, but at least check it out so you can catch the vibe.
Yeah, so you kind of know what we do on the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time.